We grow up with a fundamental belief that helping others is always a good thing. We are taught that kindness means rescuing, that love means sacrifice, and that support means solving someone else's problems. The very idea of compassion is often tied to intervention, stepping in when someone is struggling and offering them a way out of their pain. But helping too much can do more harm than good. Nietzsche challenged us to think differently. He said, "To rescue someone from pain is to rob them of the lesson within it. By rushing to ease someone's discomfort, we're actually taking something away from them. Not just their pain, but the growth and wisdom that can come from struggling through it." Pain, while difficult, often carries hidden purpose. Struggle builds character. Failure teaches wisdom, and suffering refines us in ways that comfort never could. In our effort to protect others, we sometimes intervene too quickly. We cushion every fall. We try to take away every ounce of discomfort. In doing so, we prevent them from learning the lessons they need to grow. Our love, which comes from a good place, may turn into control. Our support, which we think is helping, may actually disempower. There's a profound difference between standing beside someone and standing in their way. True support says, "I believe in you. I'll walk with you through this storm." Rescue says, "I don't think you can handle this. Let me take over." The first approach builds trust, confidence, and resilience. The second breeds dependence and doubt. Helping can feel good. It makes us feel useful, needed. But sometimes we help simply because it's hard to watch someone else suffer. As Nietzsche's philosophy suggests, to live is to suffer. To survive is to find meaning in the suffering. It doesn't mean we should stop being kind or caring. Instead, it's an invitation to honor the journey of being human. Struggle is a necessary part of transformation. The lessons learned in struggle are often the ones that change us forever. Instead of rushing to shield others from every fall, trust that they have the strength to face their challenges and rise again. Let them fall, that's how they learn to stand. Not because we are heartless, but because we believe in their ability to overcome. That is true love, not in comfort, but in courage. We grow up believing that selflessness is the highest virtue. From a young age, we're taught that to be good is to give our time, our energy, our hearts. We learn that love is proven by sacrifice. But while these ideals may come from noble intentions, when taken to an extreme, they can become deeply destructive. Not just to us, but to the very people we aim to help. Friedrich Nietzsche cautioned against this blind altruism. He stated plainly, "Altruism is a form of self-destruction." This may seem counterintuitive in a world that often glorifies martyrdom, but his words carry a vital message. When we constantly place others above ourselves, especially those who make no effort to change or grow, we slowly erode our own spirit. We drain our emotional reserves. We abandon our own needs in the name of being good. When we keep trying to save others, we slowly lose ourselves. There is a difference between helping and enabling, between support and self-sacrifice. Nietzsche emphasized this further when he said, "To help those who will not help themselves is but to waste your strength." It's not cruelty, it's wisdom. He was pointing to a harsh but liberating truth. Some people do not want to be saved. These individuals talk about their pain, but they don't really want to break free from it. For some, suffering becomes their identity. Victimhood becomes their power. Excuses become a place to hide. And when we rush in to carry their burdens, we only strengthen their helplessness. We take away their chance to grow stronger. We begin to feel resentment, frustration, emotional fatigue. And yet we keep showing up trying to pour life into people who've already decided to remain still. This isn't kindness. It's self-betrayal. Over time, blind altruism can create dependency. Our repeated rescuing teaches others that they don't have to change, that someone else will always come to clean up the mess. What started as compassion turns into control. What we intended as love becomes a chain, for both them and us. Sometimes the most loving act is to step back, to allow someone to face the natural consequences of their choices, to say, I care about you, but I can't carry this for you. This isn't abandonment, it's self-respect. It's recognizing your limits. You are not a limitless source of energy. You are not obligated to burn out in the name of helping others, especially not those who consistently refuse to take a single step forward. Stop saving people who won't save themselves. Don't pour your soul into empty wells. Don't invest your emotional wealth in those who remain committed to their own stagnation. Protect your energy, your time, your sanity. You are not cruel for choosing to preserve yourself. You are wise. Sometimes, the most profound form of love is found not in carrying someone, but in letting them walk their own path, even if that path includes stumbling, falling, and facing hardship. Growth is earned, not gifted. Nietzsche once said, "He who fights with monsters should be careful lest he thereby become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you." This warning speaks directly to those who constantly step in to save others. On the surface, it may seem like a noble pursuit, to fight for those lost in darkness, to help lift others from their pain. But when you constantly find yourself immersed in someone else's struggles, you risk being consumed by their chaos. The line between helping and losing yourself begins to blur. This idea isn't just about fighting monsters. It's about the cost of over-involvement, the subtle danger of losing your own essence while trying to rescue someone else. When we dedicate ourselves to saving others, especially those who resist saving themselves, we risk internalizing their struggle. Their pain becomes our pain. Their paralysis becomes our frustration. We stare so long into their abyss that we forget our own light. But here's the truth. You have your own struggle, your own challenges. You too are walking your own path of growth and self-discovery. It's easy to get lost in someone else's pain, to absorb their emotions and carry their burdens as your own. But while doing so, you forget your own struggles. Our identity becomes wrapped around being someone else's anchor. But anchors can drown too. The emotional cost of constantly being someone else's source of stability can erode your own foundation. You're not just helping them. You're sacrificing your own potential for growth, for change, for your own becoming. True transformation, the kind that ignites your potential, requires stepping back from codependent patterns. It requires the courage to say, "This isn't mine to carry," because when you carry everyone else's burdens, you risk dulling your own edge. You slow your own growth. Nietzsche famously said, "Become who you are." It's a call to inner authenticity. A command to shed the distractions, the dependencies, the urge to control or rescue, and to finally face yourself. You must confront your own battles, your own fears, and embrace your own chaos. This is the messiness of growth that you must navigate. It's yours and yours alone. As Nietzsche also wrote, one must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. But this chaos should be your own, not someone else's noise, not the storms you've inherited or absorbed. Your growth emerges from confronting your own struggles, not taking on the problems of others. You are not here to fix everyone. You are here to become yourself, to walk your own journey, to meet the chaos within and forge something meaningful from it. This is your becoming. Embrace your own struggle and let that process shape you into the person you are meant to be. Because only through facing your own battles can you truly shine and grow into your authentic self.